What's up? Hope y'all doing good today. Good friend of mine, we chopped it up, and basically the topic of the conversation we chopped it up about is the flow state of mind. The flow state of mind. FLOW, like what water does. Okay, so basically that mind state right there is probably one of the most essential factors that a human being can actually tap into. When people say that you can do anything that you put your mind to, that is true. That was actually a true statement. I wonder who the original is. But anyway, nobody's actually born being able to do pretty much anything. Michael Jordan wasn't born playing ball. Michael Jackson wasn't born dancing. Bruce Lee wasn't born doing kung fu. It's all a result of putting yourself in that flow state of mind, doing something consistently until it becomes mechanical, until it becomes automatic. It's basically putting your body into autopilot. You've been doing something so consistent that you don't even think about it when you do it. I want to ask y'all a question. Now, those of you that drive, do you remember how it was actually going up there, taking your driver's test? Or you had your mom or your dad in the passenger seat trying to tell you what to do. Make sure you put your seatbelt on, adjust your mirrors, do all this and that and the third. Look, make sure ain't nobody coming, all this type of shit. Crank your car up, put it in drive. All this shit just had you motherfucking nervous as hell. But now, looking back on that, do you even think about all that shit? Does it make you nervous anymore? Oh, you just get in the car and you do everything automatic. You on the road. You ain't nervous like you would. It's just a matter of just thinking about doing everything. When you do it consistent, that's what happens. You become automatic. So these people who actually are doing these incredible things, these great things, it's all a matter of just tapping into that flow state. Let's say I'm gonna be a great basketball player. I'm gonna go in the gym, I'm gonna shoot 1,000 shots a day. Before I know it, I'm gonna know where the goal at. Close my eyes, bam, bam. I can pass it to him or him. I know I can see the whole court. Bruce Lee, he could whoop a whole room based on the fact that he was keeping everything solid by practicing his craft every single day, all day. I'm pretty sure you go to work every single day and tap in the flow state. You don't even think about what shit it was y'all was doing in training. Y'all went into training and now you know how to do shit. Now training is just a blur. You're like, I can just freestyle on this shit. That's how it is, tapping into the flow. Basically what it is flowing. The main factor is putting your body into autopilot. Doing some shit consistently, whether you lifting weights, whether you running, whether you playing ball, basketball, football, hockey, whether you rapping, whether you acting, whatever. Like I said in the beginning of the video, nobody is born doing any of these things. Nobody's born talking. You have to learn to talk. You have to learn to crawl. You have to learn to walk. You have to learn to do all that type of shit. You have to learn to run. It's all a developmental process of consistent practice. When you're raising children, that's one thing you will actually notice. Oh, he could talk. Oh, he's potty trained now. He know how to do this. He know how to climb on top of things because they've been practicing. They've been practicing all day. Their life revolves on learning new shit. When y'all get older, y'all just like, okay, this is how life's gonna go and this is where it is. No, try new shit. Consistently try new shit. Every year you should have a New Year's resolution and practice on something new every year. If you know one language, practice on 2. You're not gonna learn that second language unless you practice that language day in and day out. You're not gonna get faster if you ain't running every day. You're not gonna lift more weights if you ain't hitting them weights. Hell, you ain't gonna fly if you don't practice flying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put yourself to ridiculous heights and try to do shit above the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? The ordinary is just the ordinary. Do shit that people ain't doing, and that's when you stand out. Bam. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard a person say, yeah, I do this. This is what I do. I do this. They marginalize themselves. They keep themselves on the pedestal, and that's as far as they gonna go. They might be good at what they do, but that's as far as they gonna go until they tap into the flow state and do something else. See, one thing we do, we don't just automatically start off in the flow state. You have to familiarize yourself with the situation until you get comfortable enough to do it. When you do things in repetition, that's what happens. Usually when people do drugs and stuff like that, that's a matter of tapping into the flow state when they get addicted to something. You ever had a motherfucker that's just consistently smoking cigarettes and shit? You know, that's a flow state. But it becomes subconscious because their body, it becomes more than just a mind thing. It becomes a body thing to them. But, you know, they could pull a cigarette out, bam, not even be looking. Pop it in their mouth, light it without even looking. They ain't burning their mouth or nothing. Flow state action. You know what I'm saying? So the flow state can be essential. It can help you or it can harm you. Just make sure you use the flow state as something positive. You know, so basically, if you want to be a better person, if you want to be more in shape, more fit, tap into the flow state. Like, make your eating habits more healthy, make your drinking habits more healthy. Go out there and be active and do something. Tap into that flow state and do something incredible. I mean, all of our lives right now are a result of the flow state in which we've tapped into that got us to where we are today. But just tell yourself, if ain't nobody gonna tell you what you can do, you gotta tell yourself that. You actually have to tap into the flow state and tell yourself something great every single day without you even thinking about it. And then watch how your life revolves around what you tell yourself, what you do on a regular basis. Because what you do on a regular basis actually reflects. It reflects on what you do and reflects on how you appear to other people. So, you know, you can go into the hood and you can tell the environment just based on the people that come from there. Scraggly ass hair, fucked up ass clothes, you know, black lips, yellow eyes. Like, these people be looking fucked up. But you can tell the person that's been drinking water, they got clear skin, you know, they healthy, they active, they productive. You could tell their speech is well. You could tell how they live just based on their flow state, what they choose to put their mind to. You could do anything that you set your mind to. It's set in stone. Tap into that flow state. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.